So in this haircut, we are going to be cutting the one-length classic bob. Now, a bob is one length, so you can do a layered bob, but if you're going to do a classic bob, there are no layers. It's just going to be a one-length haircut. Now, typically, if you cut the hair above the shoulders, so from the shoulders and above, that's going to be considered a bob. Bobs can come in different lengths. And so as long as it's hitting the shoulder and above, it's typically a bob. Now, if the hair is below the shoulders, then that's typically considered just a one-length trim. You've got longer hair at that point. I know everyone's got their opinion what's considered long, but typically in the hair world, when it passes the shoulders, you are now entering the world of longer hair. When it's above the shoulders, you've pretty much entered the world of shorter hair. So, in this particular case, you can see I'm cutting in my outline. I've got two sections, one on the right side, one on the left side, combing them straight down, and I'm establishing that outline. That's going to be the guide for the rest of the haircut. All of the other hair is going to be combed down. You can see I'm taking another section right now, combing that hair down to the previous section, which is our guide for the rest of the haircut. Now, I've cut this hair right on the shoulders, so some may say, hey, is this borderline one-length trim, borderline bob? It looks like it might just be below the shoulders. Well, when the hair dries, it will shrink up above the shoulders, making it a bob. So, I'm going to continue taking sections, working my way up the head, combing the section down to that first section we cut, which is our guide for the rest of the haircut. Alright, so now that I've completed cutting the hair in the back, it is time to cut the hair on the sides slash front. So as you can see, I am now cutting the hair that's over the ear and in front of the ear. Typically, hair that is behind the ear is considered the back, and hair on top of the ear slash in front of the ear is considered the front in the case of cutting a bob. So, as you can see on the right side, I cut the right side. Now here on the left side, we have a little bit more hair, so I'm taking a section, combing it straight down, and I'm basically going to cut the hair in two sections. What's behind the ear, you can see right there, I just took that section, and I'm going to cut the section that's behind the ear, and then after that, I will go ahead and cut the hair that's in front of the ear, and then that will be the guide for the rest of the hair that I'm going to comb down that's going to fall in front or on top of the ear. Cut the bob, and now I've blew dry the hair all dry, and I'm going through and just cross-checking in the outline. So as you can see, I'm going through and sharpening up and making that outline nice and clean by having my model slightly tilt her head forward. When you have your model slightly tilt their head forward, it will basically show you any graduation that you have in the haircut. And when I say graduation, this is not necessarily wanted graduation. You're going to have a little graduation anytime you cut a one-length trim. The way to eliminate that slight, tiny, a little bit graduation to make sure you've got a nice, clean outline is to have them tilt their head forward, and it will make all of the graduation appear, at which point you just go through and cut it off. Now here I'm getting rid of the graduation on the sides, basically combing the hair straight down, and just making sure I dust off the outline so that it is a nice precision outline. I'm going to do that, of course, on both sides, and then we will be all done with this haircut. Alright, so we've come to the end of this haircut. We have cut in the bob. And so if you guys like this haircut, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments in regards to cutting a bob, please put them down in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more great future content. And I want to thank you guys so very much again for watching.